Hi, I'm Chris, and today I want to give you 5 perspectives on how you can begin to improve your life and get the things that you want to achieve. Number one is that you really need to decide what it is that you want from life. A lot of people can tell you what they don't want from life. So maybe they don't want to be lonely or they don't want to be in their current job, but they won't tell you what it is that they actually do want. And this is very important because the mind doesn't understand negatives. It's like the old don't think of a pink elephant. If you were to focus on all of the things that you don't want in life, it means nothing to the mind. But if you were to focus on the things that you do want from life, it gives your brain something to work towards. So, if, for instance, I use the metaphor of a going to a train station. If you walked into the train station and spoke to the ticket master and said, I don't want to go to London, he would look at you and think, okay, well, when you do know what you want, come back and we'll issue a ticket for wherever it is you want to go. So that is the perspective that you need to adopt when coming up with your goals. And number two, what likely will happen is when you decide on what goals you want, maybe you want to be in a relationship, or maybe you want this certain job, or maybe you want to try something new, go traveling, whatever it may be, your mind will likely offer you up lots of limiting beliefs on why it won't work, what what the problems will be, why you won't be successful, why you can't have these things. This is just the brain's programming, which it's been receiving since basically the day we were born. We have been programmed negatively. So there is a way to overcome these limiting beliefs, which I'll speak about in an upcoming video. But if you write down all the limiting beliefs that come up, you can begin to acknowledge them for what they really are. They're not the truth of anything, they are just the mind's programming. And I think you'll be surprised once you begin taking action of just how much you can actually achieve. The third point is that you need to be very wary of how much energy you're wasting. If you want to achieve things in life, you've got a certain amount of energy to achieve those goals. Say if you have 100 units of energy each day, you can waste half of that energy on just procrastination, things that don't matter. So then you've already got half the energy needed to actually fulfill your goals. Whereas if you were to focus on your goals firsthand and procrastinate afterwards, once you've achieved them or moved towards them as a form of celebration and a form of relaxation, rather than being a procrastination technique, you will be way more productive and you'll move to your goals way more quickly. Now, the things that sap us of our energy and also do not help with limiting beliefs are things like social media. We compare ourselves to how we perceive other people to be. Now, social media is very, very fake. People only show the best parts of their life. They don't show the worst parts of their life. So you're judging yourself to a standard which isn't even real in other people's lives. Things like getting stuck in the duality of politics and the left and right, and the it just takes so much energy trying to defend your point of view. If you're always looking for reasons why you're right and someone else is wrong, it absolutely exhausts your mental energy, and it takes away all of that energy which could be used productively on your goals. The fourth step is just to take the first step. There was an ancient Chinese proverb, something like a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And motivation isn't something that will just come to you. Motivation doesn't just happen. It's created by movement. It's like a snowball effect. If you've got a tiny snowball at the top of a hill, it is small and it has no movement. But once it starts turning and once it starts rolling, it picks up more and more snow, gets bigger and bigger, faster and faster. And that is what actually creates motivation. So you need to take the first step to actually achieving your goals, and you'll find that once you do, motivation will follow. And fifth and finally, things aren't going to go perfect straight away. You're going to try things and they're not going to work out. People won't agree with what you're doing, or they won't like you, or any number of things are going to happen to you. And this is all part of the fun. This is all part of the challenge of growing as a person and becoming more courageous and brave. So it's important to not look at failure as failure. Is much easier to look at a failure as a step closer to success. Thomas Edison was questioned by people when he was trying to figure out the light bulb. Apparently, he tried over 1,000 different ways to work out how to get the light bulb to shine. And people said, how can you keep trying? How can you keep doing this, fail after failure? And he said, I haven't failed once. I found 1,000 ways that don't work. That means that I'm one step closer every time to finding something that does work. So that's 5 ways to begin to work out how you can improve your life and take action towards improving your life and creating the life that you've always dreamt of.